Okay, let's do this. What am I gonna call this here? I'm gonna go dark here. I'm gonna change some music, baby. Hello, yeah. All right, dude. Okay, I guess I'm gonna call this I guess let me have a little bit of fun here. I'm gonna call this the scriptures we read but don't really believe, or the ones that Fibonojji reads but doesn't read, or doesn't really believe in. All right, so I'm gonna show you two, and anyway, like they're the worst, best, and they're kind of, you know what I mean, they're just terrible. But anyway, we don't read them because, and then when we do, we just like, it sucks. So let me try to change some music. Where do you want to go here? Where do you want to go? 20? See this song? Boom. All right, baby. I'll show you this. Beautiful. Sunset, baby. This guy's like, check this out. Look at that. Okay, let me show you something. Gotta turn the music down. All right, these are the things we don't really believe, or they're the worst ever, but they're really good. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Now, do you want the really bad one? The really bad one. Well, I guess, there's so many bad scriptures, but there's like some that are really bad. Like, for example, let's just go to James. James just doesn't get the credit. Check this out. This is the book of James. Like verse 2. Consider it wholly joyful, my brother, whenever you are enveloped or encounter trials of any sort or fall into temptation. Like nobody practices that. Like, how many times on Facebook, or how many times have you trying to situate myself here, and anyway, how many times have you, somebody, hey dude, I'm going through a lot of trials, this is awesome, this is great, it's wonderful. Nobody says that stuff. But the Bible says that we should consider it wholly joyful. The Amplified literally is like wholly joyful, like not holy shit, but holy, it's wholly joyful. It's awesome. That's what it says, dude. And then, I think chapter 1 is one of those passages. Well, I just think James is one of those books that, dude, you got to read. I don't want to tell you what you got to do. I never want to come across like that, but James is one of those like books, dude. You're like, okay, consider it wholly joyful, my brethren, whenever you are enveloped. And then it talks about when you are deficient in wisdom, let him ask of the giving God, who gives to everyone liberally and ungrudgingly. Now, that's a real big reason. This one scripture is a big reason why I believe in the Amplified Version. It says, if anyone is deficient. Believe it or not, sometimes I think about my own deficiencies, or, I'll go through a problem and I'll think, if only I were, or if only I had, or I play the if only, if only I were, like kind of my hashtag MRA stuff, it's like, I don't want to go into that story, but there are times I sit there like, if only I, Texas 2503 were enforced the first time, or if only I would have known or listened to God whenever he said you need to leave Abilene Christian my freshman year. So anyway, it's real easy to go into kind of your deficiencies, and maybe you're like me and the world's always telling you your deficiencies. And so I just think, I hate to be like all Joyce Meyer on you, but we have to just get in the Word, and the Word has to live in our lives and live in like an active way. For God himself says, I will not in any way fail you or to give you up, nor I will not in any degree leave you helpless, nor forsake you, nor let you down, or relax my hold on you. Assuredly not, for I will boldly say the Lord is my helper. All right, see, just an old-fashioned Bible study. We're going to make these quick because I don't want to make them, there's just too many really bad Bible studies. But okay, so there's too many bad Bible studies online, and I want to bring light and love, and I want to bring some of that beautiful stuff, but I also want to be authentic to who I am. So let's go. All right, so then the other one is 2 Corinthians. I just got to let me just go dark here so I can use both. You're like, okay, seriously, James, wholly joyful. Okay, and then assuredly not. Surely not. All right, I like that song so much. I know I listen to this song a lot, but come on, seriously, dude. It's one of the best songs in the world. And then it 2 Corinthians 2. Well, I guess, you thought I was going to say 1 Corinthians. Here we go. In fact, if you go to my, let me mark it. Dang it. Check it out. It says, I guess this one kind of sucks too. Love bears up under anything, and everything that comes is ready. And love does that, dude. It says true love bears up under anything, and anything that comes is ready and believes the best of every person. Man, that's hard. Maybe I should say it's the hardest, worst, bestest, because, that's really, love's kind of a bitch sometimes. It's love bears up of anything, and everything that comes is ready to believe the best of every person. Its hopes are fadeless under all circumstances, and it endures everything without weakening. Now, that's true love, dude. I mean, I don't think we're going to, I don't want to say that, dude, because, here. Sometimes humans just, they don't love well. But true love is like that, dude. It says love bears up under anything and everything that comes. It is ever ready to believe the best in every person. I mean, just try that, like the next person that calls you. Or like, just try intentionally to believe the best in that person. I know it's hard, dude. This is why I'm just trying to, I guess, be a Bible teacher here, whatever that means. All right, 2 Corinthians. And I guess today, let me just be a little candid. This one sucks too. I'll be real candid. Today I just really have been thinking about my own deficiencies and, and asking for grace. And a lot of times we misunderstand grace and mercy. We think mercy and, some people talk about mercy and grace as interchangeable, but grace is power. It's truly power. And so I guess I was kind of feeling sorry for myself. And this passage came to mind. If I can find it, maybe I need grace to, just to find this thing. I think maybe it's chapter 9. Where did it go? See, I need grace. Help me find this. I know it's 2 Corinthians. I know it's 2. It says, however, we possess the precious treasure in frail human vessels, the grander exceeding greatness of power. That's an interesting jars of clay, but I'm not going to really go there. Maybe it's... Let's go here. I know, you're like sitting here like, I'm not sure I'm going to put up with just him flipping through the papers, but come on, dude. Let's see here. Maybe I made some notes. Maybe I'm just too high to... Let's just do it. Let's see. I made some notes. 2 Corinthians 12. Well, 9 is kind of close to 12 if you're high. All right, here we go. Now, this one's really bad. Remember I talked about how in James it says we consider it holy, wonderful when we go through trials, and we're supposed to, like this is the line. We're supposed to believe that because those are situations that we can receive God's grace, and we can learn to trust Him and depend on Him. But we don't really do that. I don't, dude. I just complain a lot. But when you get older, you're just like, okay, dude, maybe I should just kind of go back to it. Okay, here we are, 2 Corinthians 12. This one sucks too, dude. In fact, just think of something that you're going through right now. Just think of it right now, relationship, money, anything. Think about it, dude. Just kind of picture what it is, what is it? Maybe you're like, man, my YouTube videos suck and they need to be better. And, compared to and you start comparing yourself. Remember, the ego always wants to compare, and that's a very big tool that the ego or evil uses, is comparison and then competition. But okay, so think of something that you're really, really going through that's just hurting you. I mean, it's hurting your heart. It's maybe you're losing sleep. Maybe you're missing your kids. Whatever it is, think about it. And then go to chapter 12, or maybe this video will help take you there. It says, but he said to me, my grace, my favor, and my loving kindness and my mercy. So those are just grace. That's what grace really means. My favor, loving kindness, and mercy. It's enough for you, sufficient against any danger, and enabling you to bear the trouble manfully. Just think about that. Or you might have to kind of put your own name in there. Like, 3 times I called upon the Lord, and he besought him about this, and begged him might depart. And he said, hey, but he's like, John, my grace, my favor, my loving kindness, my mercy, it's enough for you. It's sufficient, for my strength and power are made perfect, fulfilled and completed, and show themselves most effective in your weakness. So John, my strength and my power are made perfect. They are completed, and they show themselves most effective when John is weak, the Lord is strong. And that's why we have to simply go back to the rule of which is our job is to listen to God, seek his presence, and to walk humbly before him. And sometimes it's, you kind of got to go to the three-peat. My job is just to walk humbly before the Lord, seek his presence, and to do what he says, and to try to the best of my human ability, to align myself with his will. Just, it's practice, not perfection. And I like how it says, my strength and my power are made perfect and show themselves most effective in our weaknesses. Therefore, I will all the more gladly glory in my weakness and infirmities, and that the strength and the power of Christ the Messiah may pitch a tent over me and dwell upon me. So here's the thing, dude. Again, these are verses that are very, I guess you want to call them, they're high school. They require a lot more maturity than when we were in junior high and elementary school. And there are certain verses that cause us to really step up and say, okay, it's time to, we're going to be big boys and big girls. We're going to go to high school, then we're going to college. And the spiritual experience is supposed to be a lot like education. There's junior high, there's high school, there's college, there's graduate, there's advanced graduate, there's fellowships. But unfortunately nobody teaches it like that except for Fibonojji. Dude, I'm going to start talking about, anyway. You're like, okay, seriously, the pinch of tent? I don't like that. Well, that's in the Bible, dude. Sorry. Okay, so if you're like me and you're kind of going, the night's falling, and you're like, all right, the night is falling. Here we go. Maybe we should try this song. It's a little lighter. What do you think? Maybe this? What do you think? Okay, this is a little lighter. Okay, maybe the night is falling. That beautiful sunset. I'll show it to you. Take a walk with you. Again, these videos are going to be 15 minutes or less, and maybe they can bring you some presents. Maybe they won't. But if maybe you can go through your evening and you think about your problems, because a lot of times when Nightman shows up, the problems voice start yelling loud and stuff like that. But if we can answer those voices and say, the Lord's grace is made perfect in my weakness. And of course, get ready for the real fight, because when you come up against anything, it's going to fight back a little harder. So anyway, remember, these are high school level scriptures. It takes a lot of maturity to say, I'm going to boast wholly. I'm going to consider it pure joy when I face trials of many kind. It takes a lot of maturity. It also takes a lot of maturity to go, okay, well, Lord, I'm just going to rely upon your grace, your power, each day. All right, you guys, you have a great day. Email me, americano417@gmail.com. Read those scriptures of your life, especially in the area that you're hurting the most. You guys have a great day. Email me, americano417@gmail.com.